G'day everyone, welcome back to episode 14 now. I reckon there's some fellas behind me just having a bit of a suss around and the dragons above looking pretty good. And as I mentioned on the last episode, we're going to be building a mountain here. And I did a bit more of a tear down and put some floor in, but I'm actually not going to do any more because we're probably going to use a fair bit of this existing stuff here to build up. And I figured out how I'm going to get the shape of the mountain. It's be a little bit of a process, but we'll make it work. So we'll just jump over to where we're going to do it. Right, so this is a program called World Painter. It's a Minecraft program which lets you basically create large bits of terrain pretty easily. So you can see I've had a quick play around and sort of sussed out how to do it all. It basically works as follows. So you can get your bunch of your tools and then your brush size. So this one is just making a cliff from the ground, and then I can make my brush bigger. And just say, righto, over here is land. Now you can do fancy things like rotate around and stuff. And once you've got your land in like that, you can go, right, okay. Hello? Yep, good. Still trying to figure all this stuff out. I'm still kind of new to it. But if I want to make a spire or like a bit of a, mountain for these eggs, I could go, alright, we'll use this, maybe this brush, because it's a bit bigger. This, bring it up a fair bit, and then around the outside I can go something like that to give it just a bit more than just one thing. And I can come in here and use this smoothing tool. Actually, I can zoom in as well, get a better look at it. I can use this smooth tool to get everything a bit more natural looking, which is what I want to be going for. Can even pull all these edges out a bit more, and it's like, yeah, it's very much painting a world, like hence World Painter. And once I've got sort of a shape I don't mind, which is, this is just a rough one I've taken, as you've seen, like 3 seconds to do or so. So like that, that's cool. Then go through and start painting the terrain on it. So for this one, I probably want like a stony top. Oh, sorry, we'll start with the foundation. I probably want a bit of dirt. So I'm going to grab, is it this brush? Or is it that brush? Either one really. And just come through here and start just sort of spray painting some dirt onto the ground. And then as we get higher up, I'm going to make it stone, make the brush a bit smaller. And then probably a bit more intense as well. And then up here, yeah, make this just real stony. Still a bit of dirt around, but I'll actually probably go back to this one. It's a bit more, yeah, that's better. So these are some custom terrains I made, which is, this one here is stone, cobblestone, and andesite. And the dirt one was dirt, coarse dirt, grass, and brown concrete powder. So it's a bit like, got a bit of sand in there as well. So that's pretty good. I won't get rid of all this grass, but the idea is that I probably would in the actual build and come back through and do a bit more dirt. It's about like layers. It's like you think you're doing a painting or like a drawing with some like shading or a sketch with colouring in. Do this kind of stuff and you can get it looking pretty good, like pretty natural. So, and like those last few bits of dirt, of grass at the top here, I'll probably just keep. But if you're much painting, I'd probably do a bit less intensity, a bit of a bigger brush size, and just from the top spread it around. Right, so that's what we'd say, that one done. And I've made a few other ones just to sort of practice around and whipped up this sort of island just then. Don't know what these yellow bits are, to be honest. But if we just jump into Minecraft, right, so you can see a few of the other ones I've done, test ones. This was me just learning how to do these terrains. This one's probably a bit big for what I want, but it's sort of getting the gist across. And then these are just other ones of like learning how to use the tool. But if we just go over here, you can see here's that big island. Again, it's just a bit random because, yeah, I was just practicing. And here's what we just made. So this is a bit small. Yeah, way smaller than what I want actually. But it's still a good little like exercise on what we just did. So you can see that, all the blocks there are what we wanted. So if this is a bit taller, this probably would actually be pretty perfect. Probably a bit wide for what I want as well. But so now I'm just going to have a bit of play around probably over here and get one in between this height and that height, and in between this like smoothness and that smoothness. So give me a sec. Alright, so spent a bit of time, had a couple more goes, and I'm slowly refining my abilities in the island. But if we just look at this one here, it's a bit skinnier than the rest of them, and it's a bit more pointy. So that's version 1, this is version 2, if you will. And if we just head to in-game, it looks like this. So it's not really what I wanted, but good learning, as usual. So I think I'll push this side out a bit, make it a bit more thick. Yeah, a bit more thick in general, especially the tip here. It's just gonna look like a cock, isn't it? It's alright, I'll just make the bottom bulkier and... boy. Right, back to it. I'll keep tweaking my cock. That sounds real bad. Righto, well I've spent a bit more time and had another go, so this one's kind of fucked up. The world's like corrupted. It sort of happens a bit when you're doing this kind of stuff, so most of this isn't there anymore, but this one is, and it's the one I've been doing recently. It's yeah, it's just a bit skinny, a bit taller, and then I put these little like cross wait, where's the brush? Little like cross, where are we? Intensity, bump that up. Little like cross things on the top, and I basically did, I think it was this one at like 100, like a really small brush, and just went like got those like hills. And then so I was pretty happy with that, and you come into Minecraft and it looks like that, and I'm like, you can see it, like the world's like fucked. But what the hell, that is cooked as. But I'm really liking how this one looks. It looks pretty much what I want. Like it's like a decent size. This will all be sort of like whatever I make the terrain around there, but it's sort of just this I'm looking for. So this has got a good spread of like stone and cobble and any andesite around. Oh yeah, there's a little bit. And then like the dirt, coarse dirt. So no, I'm pretty happy with this. So this will probably be what I build to start with, and then in the actual world I'll go through and like just change a few things up. But the inside, yeah, I'll put like the eggs in here. You can do like dead trees, like maybe some bone blocks around the place, so it's like the dragons like feasting. So heaps chuffed with this, and I'll probably just build the whole thing, or maybe just like the outer few layers. I'm not gonna go down to like this layer here and build it solid the whole way through. I'll just do like this block and then like a few behind it, you know. Otherwise I'll fucking be placing 12 million stone bricks or whatever. So happy with this one. I might make a few more little tweaks, but we'll get it pretty much sorted. I think my plan is as well to have like a wooden like spiral staircase go all the way around and then like up to the top. That could look pretty sweet, I reckon. But yeah, cool. I'll get back on the server and start figuring out where this is going to go. Alright, so I'm just on Fleshy, which is the camera account, giving it a bit of a fly around, and I think the spot it's in looks pretty good. Like if we just do a little spin, right, yeah, it looks pretty good. I'll go through and cut down all that trees and probably even tear down a bit of that mountain there. But I think it looked good, and then I can have all the dragons. Maybe it's a little bit high just because of where they are. No, that'd be okay. I think I'll probably drop it down maybe 5 blocks or so, and then cut down those trees, and I'll start doing the foundation level. Fuck, this should be a bit of a mission, but should be good when it's done. It looked really good, I think. And then yeah, I think I'll still do that wooden staircase, maybe from like down there all the way up and around, and then back up through maybe that little gap there, and yeah, it should look pretty good. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun one. I think my plan as well is to do like the outer 5 blocks or so, because if we sort of look at, if I do each layer on its own, get like the 5 blocks should be in the dirt roughly, and then the next layer will cover it a bit, but that way if I want to go through afterwards and just like hit it with a shovel or a pick to like shape it, I've got like buffer. So if I reckon I do like, yeah, 5 or so blocks from the outside, it'll be alright. Because then I'll get up to here, it's pretty much stone and stuff. Maybe these levels will just do like 2 or 3, but that way it's a bit more solid. And I'll go through on the inside and put like torches and shit down. Might do something cool on the inside there maybe, don't know. But yeah, so I think we got a good plan to do this. So I'll probably start doing it. Might time lapse, it might not, I don't know. But first I've got to go through and Get rid of some of these trees, maybe the mountain back there. How much of it does it hit? Oh fuck, like all the trees down there. Actually, I can leave most of that mountain. That's pretty good. Just cut down most of these trees. Yeah, okay, alright. Well, I know what I've got to do, so I'll be back when I've done stuff. Oh boy, this is gonna take a while. Righto, well I did clear a bit more land. Basically you can see around there I've dug like a little trench out, which would be sort of the perimeter of the mountain. So when this is all built, I'll go through here and, you know, tidy up down here, put grass and stuff down, but I still want to tear down a bit of this mountain here. Oh, a bit of that mountain there, just so it's a bit less shit. And I'm going to use TNT, so I may as well do it now before I start building so it doesn't fuck up the build. But as I said before, I'm going to leave all the stuff in the middle here. Yeah, so I'll probably just get rid of that final mountain over that side and maybe a little bit more. No, actually probably not too much more of it anywhere else, because I'm going to put all trees around the outskirts like on that photo from the last episode. So it'll be good when it's done. But yeah, I'll probably just clear, yeah, mainly probably just that bit actually. Keep this bit here. So just get rid of this bit and then we'll get started on building with dirt and grass, and it's going to be a bit of a slow one, I think, but that's alright. We'll see how we go. Right, well, this isn't fun. Just going around and placing just the first couple layers of each layer, or the first few. It's just a bit like tedious something between them. All the grass is grown on the dirt as well, which is like dirt. So I'll probably go through the end and put way more coarse dirt down. But I'll just keep it how it is for now because it's not too bad. But so I've done 3 layers in probably, I don't know, probably about an hour and a bit. So fuck that. But plenty more to go. If I just turn the schematic back on, how I'm doing is just doing like the first 3, go all the way around, go up, first 3, whole way around, whole way around, whole way around, whole way around, whole way around. So I'm not doing all those ones in the middle because otherwise I'd literally be here. When it gets this size, it'll be pretty quick because it's just like stone and stuff. But and then I'll have to start doing the middle as well. Fuck, didn't think of that, did I? I might do the outside first and then the middle at the end, because that's going to be a bit of a cunt to do. All right. Well, I might time lapse a few bits of it coming up. Also, might not. It's kind of a boring, shitty time lapse, but we'll see how we go. Get it back to the right level need. But yeah, we'll just keep carrying on. It's slow progress, but hey, it's progress. That's all you can ask for. Right, well, it was a bit slow building that ring, like doing it ring by ring, so I just tried it doing a little bit like this, and why do I keep doing the fucking cinematic camera? What is it, F1? Cool. And it's way quicker, actually, and just doing a segment like this, so I think what I'm going to do is do like 1 in each quarter, and then go through and like just do a quarter at a time, and that way I think it'll be a bit of a quicker process. As you can see, it's pretty dark in there. And I think when I've got the whole thing built, I might level all out to this level like I planned on doing originally, just so I've got like my reserves of materials are back again. But yeah, so looking cool. I can't jump. Ooh. Yeah, so it's looking like good scale to it, good size. I like how it's got like a bit of, you know, the texture difference the whole way up, which is what I wanted. That's good. So yeah, it's alright to build. Do it like this, I think it's definitely better, which I probably should have done from the start, but that's okay. So I'll probably go through and do one like, yeah, like around here or so. Probably here. Here's not a bad spot. Get up to the top, and then I might even just patch it in. I'm not going to film too much of this because it's kind of a bit boring, but, you know, I might do a little bit of time lapse of just this bit here or maybe filling in. But, yeah, we'll just keep going and chugging away. Well, there's one bit done. What I always say, there it is, and then I like look away, cause I'm a fucking idiot. But yeah. So like it's got a good size to it. It's pretty much what I wanted. A few bits of grass on the places, yeah, not too bad, and the cobble and the andesite works pretty well. Like if we head down to the ground, it's just like real good scale. Like whoa, the fuck's this? So I think it'd be really good when I have like the wooden thing going around it, like spiraling round. And I think I'm gonna put like a building like into the side of it, and then dig out in the middle, and use some of that space to maybe like a library or something. Because I've got all this space back here. I'm gonna do like trees on the other side and like hitting into the house. But on this side, I may as well have something to show there. But I'm just about to finish this. This next bit here, which then I will time lapse patching up in here. It's actually pretty quick doing it this way. Doing it as a circle at a time. I was doing it, slow and wrong before. So we know these things now. It's a bit of a cunt to get back up. You just gotta sort of like fly and then hope you make it. Or just use the dragon. Hello. All clean. Apart from all the health. Anyway, so I'll finish this and we'll start time lapsing, and it should be pretty sweet. Right, well now the outside's done, the next step is of course doing the inside of the pit. So I'm going to start this one. I might time lapse it, might not, I don't know, see how we go. But this will be the last thing I do this episode. But on the inside as well, I've started to, if we just do that, you can see I've started to flatten it out. So I need to do that to the whole thing so I can build in here. And I've got a really cool idea actually I'm going to put in the middle. So I might make the crater... Actually, nah, don't worry, you'll see what I'm going to do. But, yeah, so I'm going to start building all that in and see how we go from there. So there's a lot to do, but it should be pretty quick, I think, because it's just 3 different blocks and I can just build it up. So anyway, see how we go. We'll come back when I've finished that. Cool, well that's the inside done, and I thought I'd leave that hole in the middle there because I've got an idea of something I want to build, and I think I might make it pop up. So, could change, might not, but you can also see that I've gone ahead and flattened out the mountain in here. So, yeah, it was a bit of a shit, but it's done. So that way I've got like a good fresh foundation to build on in here, and I can see all these little gaps from Enderman picking up the dirt, so that's annoying, but oh well, whatever. But so I think in between episodes I'm gonna make like a ceiling from like there to the sides, so it's like it doesn't look like a prolapse asshole. Fucking gross. Yeah, so I'll do a little like ceiling thing and smooth it out so it looks a bit proper. But I think I've done enough of this episode. This episode took me like a week to do in amongst like real life and stuff, but happy that it's come out. Like the mountain's cool. Like I really like how it looks. Yeah, that's pretty much it really. Like it's a bit of a different one. Like just it looks really out of place in the air at the moment. I totally get that, but by the time I'm done, it'll look like it fits in pretty well. So that's me me dirt and stone and mountain and shit. Yeah, I don't mind it. It's probably not quite what I had in mind, but at this point I'm like grown more like attached to it, so I'm down. But yeah, so I'll just get the inside done next time, as I said. Or sorry, inside done before next episode, as I said. Why is it so light over there? What the hell? And then yeah, next time we can start working on some cool things in the middle here and all around. So it'll be pretty good. We got to get there. So thank you for watching. I showed you my penis. Please respond.